this camera, the R. I prefer the R over the RP. Why? I know people complained about focus with the RP. It depends on what you're doing. It was a lot of people that YouTubed, I think, and they had problems with it, like focusing and stuff like that. I just think that it is a good investment to sometimes pay the extra 500 bucks. You know, do your research and find out, why is that camera different than that one? Why does that one cost $500 more? Just because something costs more doesn't always mean that it's better. Sometimes they just have different features. So like, for example, you take a camera like the R and the R6, and the quality as far as what the lens is capturing and what you're seeing is pretty darn close. Now, I can't remember with the RP, because I when I was first looking at these cameras, all these R series cameras, I was trying to find out what the difference was between the RP, the R, the R5, the R6, the R6, the R5, and all the different ones. And I had initially was gonna go with the RP, but then it was just some things that, for what I was trying to use it for, I was like, okay, that's not the camera for me. So I said no to that camera. But for, you know, somebody that is wanting a good quality and not wanting to you know, break the bank, I feel like the RP might be a good deal. It just depends on, some people say, what's the best camera, what's the best budget camera, what's the best camera for cheap? There's no such thing. It depends. It strictly depends on what you're going to be using it for. Like me, if I was only doing YouTube, this camera right here, the R, would be perfect for just doing YouTube, which is what I'm gonna be using this for. But I do music, so I'll be shooting my own music videos, and this can get the job done. But you know, you probably would want to use this with a gimbal stabilizer. The R6 and the R5 have something that this one doesn't have as far as stabilization. So this is good if it's just sitting on a tripod. It's fine. The R6 and the R5 do also add better auto focusing systems, which is another reason why I wanted that. Like I say, for putting this on a tripod and filming myself on YouTube, or even putting this on a tripod and just filming myself, you know, and I'm not gonna be doing a lot of, you know, too much movement and stuff like this. The Canon R is, I mean, this is very good for the money. And then, you know, these basic lenses don't cost that much more. You add another $300 or $400 and you got a basic lens. Some of them are cheaper than that. I would have to look at my receipt. Let me see. This additional lens that I got was $199. So there's pros and cons to that. This lens does not have, you're not able to, it's a fixed millimeter. It does not have stabilization in it, and it's fixed at 50 millimeter. But anyways, it is a 1.8 aperture. That is very good. A lot of times, especially with the, you're gonna pay a lot. For 1.8 aperture, you're gonna pay a premium price for an aperture like that. So I feel like this was a darn good bargain. That, you know, most people would be like, well, I could just use, why do I need 2 lenses? Because the millimeter on, I can select 50 millimeter on this lens. So most people would be like, well, why do I need to have this one? But the aperture on this one is going to give you a sharper image. So it's still not the premium $1,000, $15,000, I mean $1,500 lenses, but on a budget, this is a good setup. This, you know, this for, especially for like YouTubing, you know, this is very good. This is a very good setup. This is a very good bargain. Even like I say, even outside, if you got the lighting right and stuff, you can still get very, very good imaging out of this. But I'm one of those, I like to take my stuff to the highest level. And especially when you're doing videos and want to put stuff out on YouTube and music and stuff that you want to sell. You know, and stuff like that. And when you want to charge people money for stuff, like I say, this is fine starting out. But when you start making money and getting better at what you do, go ahead and invest in yourself and invest in better equipment. That's what a lot of people don't do. They start doing something and they kind of just, they stay where they are.